it is depending how you write down your REST API descriptions files. We can do more, or we can really proper way to handle every steps. You can write down here. Then it's really help to the testing team, and it is really help to the web developer who is calling your microservices, and they can very quickly understand the microservices, how the input parameter, output parameters, and how it is working or not. And you can get really quick response from the web teams or the testing teams. And you can also continuous integration. That's I said, this is really way of handling the microservice world. So you have a continuous DevOps cultures like continuous integration, continuous deployment. If you have a bug fixing from the testing team or web development team, here is the microservices died because they are continuously testing the services, and after the testing is done, then they will integrate the service into web front-end technology. Doesn't matter which front-end technology they are. So that means you have a really the professional systematic approach to continuous integration and continuous deployment process. So that means we configured the same annotations, the different annotation approach, API response. It was the same things into the Swagger 2 and so on. So I didn't do too much, just it's like very simple, straightforward, some annotations. And the controller, just let's put it the control annotation, nothing more there. We didn't put in any special information. That's why you didn't say here nothing. So you see that there's no description about the services, and then nothing more. So I will continue that to a one by one, but you get the idea what I mean, how it is had to be done, and how it is difference between the Swagger 2 and then OpenAPI 3 versions. It's clear. You can do what you like to do. So it is clear definitions. You can hear the test. I will show you some test cases with the Swagger UI and on the Postman cases. So that means you get the idea. How can you annotate? How can you design your API documentation, or how can you generate your API generation? So proper way, and the combination of different annotation we can do as a professional way to handle those things. So you can do what you like to do. So user registration, and you put it like simple, very simple, straightforward annotations, and here the tags. But you can be put it in like very simple maps or something like that. I found here some way. So you put it all the static values, then you can just simply call these values. So simply change it here, these levels, that's automatically in the global level. You can set this one, and it's automatically change the values what you're expecting. If some your boss says no, it is really bad way to program it, just to change the name of the functions, then we need to go to the detail, the controller case or class cases, because you set the global case, the global annotation. So you set everything here. This boss says no, it is need to be user registration for user registration REST API for online, maybe this here is wanted. You can just put it like here, and then all the affected in the next annotation what is there, what we expecting. So this is like I'm continuing that every day to continuing that to the how can you professionally develop your applications, and how can you professionally deploy the application into different environments, and the production, test, release, and QA environments, and how can you professionally practices the continuous integration and continuous deployment process. Continuous integration and continuous deployment process with the really proper life cycle. That's I said it here in my presentation. If I go to the presentation again, to really important understanding how it is done. So that means you release your REST APIs. So you have the plans the requirement from the product owner for the end clients. You develop code. You have a put source code into the Git bucket or GitHub or GitLab, depending. And you have building tools, the Maven and Gradle. In this case, for this case, we get building tool Maven. You also get Gradle. I have a lot of examples with Gradles, and then you have JUnit test or Selenium test. And for this case, you have some unit test, JUnit test in the development code. And also we did the test with the Postmans, and then now you did the deployments and the Docker Compose and so on and so forth, and we have a proper documentation in REST APIs. You can test also the Swagger UI and then or Swagger UI or Postman testings. So that means we can stop the applications and run the application together. How it is works it is done. So you see all the log information that's we expecting. So let's have a stop the applications and run the application again in the Postmans. Run the application to check it here. We can run it here. The main class methods, run main class methods. And then we can also run the applications, the Postman. Then after that we can see this is a Flyway, so we can clean and stop the applications and then again run the applications. So applications, with Swagger UI, application has to be run with the port number port number 2020 is application properly running, no problems at all. And then application that we are looking for, Flyway application, it is compiling in the source code. And let's go back to our database, how it is look like. So you see the applications that we have it in the applications. We have a Postgres user registration Flyway DB database. If I go to database, there is some record there. So you see the 200, 205 and 6, and there is user role something there. So user role. So it is not there. The data table names, maybe little bit change. I don't know. So is no. Since you see the database name is our annotations. Maybe we can go there. So it is as the different select start from here. So because we are in the database user registration Flyway DB database, because it is annotated like that way, so it's a 2 record. So this has the user registration, this has a 3 records, this has a 2 record, it has 2 records. So but let's have a check. This application is running what we're expecting. So application is running 3030. That's we are looking for. And then the next applications in the Swagger 2.202 running, we can check it now. The changes in the UI, we can refresh. Let's just refresh this one first. So this is like here the applications. We can do some post testing and do what you would like to do. Let's have a check in the Postman case. We can check the get functions. So it is the value is properly coming. So and then this is the Swagger 3 cases, the applications. So Swagger 3 versions, what we're expecting, and then the version number, localhost, and so on and so forth. This is all the application that you are looking for, and all the schema definitions of what we're expecting. And the documents and the Swagger 2 documents, which the documents is here. So it is expecting the documents, the Swagger 2 version, you see the Swagger 2 versions, and then Swagger 3 version, document versions. So Swagger 3 document versions. And then let's have a look for the Postman, how it is look like. So you got the idea how it is done, how it is to be done. The registration, user role registration, maybe here. We'll do some test after the Postman test is passed. So Postman test, we have the user registration versions. We have this case, the dog information that we already discussed, and then have a get function, the actuate information. There is a service is running, the actuator that's I already integrated the Spring Boot actuator information in the all URL. Then you can also check the health conditions of the microservice.